There we go. We did it.
Hello.
How's everybody? Charlotte, Karen, how are these humans?
Great.
It's been a week. It's been a crazy week. I don't know what's up with it, but I think maybe the big full strawberry moon that we had. I don't know if you guys had that gorgeous moon the other day, but I think it's like making everything wonky. I feel like all the crazies are out. It's just one of those.
Yeah.
It's a big part of it.
Yes. And for me, it's literally the first. So on the first, I mean, I'm so grateful that my clients are looking at their schedule for the month. But I kid you not, either if it's a Monday or the first of the month, I get a ton of reschedules. So my head's a little spinning on all the, hey, again, I'm so glad that they're looking ahead at the month.
Right.
Yeah. All those fun things.
And then, of course, we have people traveling already, right? So it's a lot. It feels like Friday.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Although I coach on Saturday, so it's okay.
Are you still coaching on the 4th?
No, I had to reschedule, and then you and I just didn't take it out of the calendar, but we're not coaching this weekend. So
yeah, I think we're off this weekend anyway.
Yeah. Well, yes. We actually, I think we're back to back Saturdays because of your travels.
Because I'm traveling. That's not normal. Me traveling? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh! Go look in the mirror. Let's look. Let's pull up your travel credit card.
It was bad. It was bad. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I think my points on my Marriott could get me a very wonderful trip. The problem is I don't have time to go take the trip.
You will one day. You will one day. So what's crazy for you, Karen?
I think just trying to get everything done this week before the holiday, because 4th of July has become more of like a week holiday instead of a day, right? And I just, trying to catch up with everybody before they leave town. That's all. That's really about it.
Yeah, for me, it's the 4th, and on the 5th is my kid's anniversary, but my daughter's mother-in-law is in town, so she'll do the babysitting this time, because the 5th is, typically I'll babysit on the 5th. And then the 7th is Stella's 5th birthday, so that's a lot, 3 days in a row.
Yeah, that is a lot.
It is a lot. So a lot. So this leads into a coaching question. You can answer it or not answer it, because this isn't a coach time for us. How you can answer it for yourself, or when you're working with your agents, your lenders, or your realtors, right? How do you teach them, or how do you, either way, on a Monday, Sunday night, whatever day that is that you're planning your week? Because I'm going to sit here and safely assume that you two ladies plan your week and you teach your agents to plan your week. How do you determine, there's a huge hint, how do you determine what's the highest and best use of your time? Charlotte, you go first.
So I have my team, when we're talking about setting up and scheduling their stuff, the reality is they're going to do the things that are work on the stuff, right? We've talked about this. They're going to work on. So when they are planning their week, I don't really worry about them planning the working on the business stuff. Like, they don't have to put on there that they're going to call their new leads back. It's the working on the business that I make them prioritize. So we just, as far as creating our calendar for the week, when I'm putting them in the chat on Monday and like, what are we focusing on this week? It is putting on the calendar stuff that gets pushed away, that is a top priority for them.
Yeah.
So in lending, we have fires so much. It's almost always that we're just reacting to fires, whether that be a real fire, just this is urgent, I've got to get on it really fast.
Right.
So it's really, that stuff is going to happen. That stuff you're going to work on. It's when do you put the stuff in and you schedule that in. So that's what they're actually scheduling and putting as a non-negotiable on their calendar.
Yeah. Do you do the same thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Karen, how about you?
Yeah, it's very similar. Although I don't have check-ins with the agents every single Monday, like what Charlotte's talking about, but a very similar situation when we do check in, to make sure that they're plugging those times in to get the business, working on the business, right? And usually it comes up for us when I'm seeing an agent who's kind of running around with their head cut off. Then I ask them, what have you been doing this week to work on your business? And then help them reset, and then leave them on their own for a while again. And then, it always comes up. It comes up for me still, even I've been doing this 20 years. It still comes up. So
yeah,
it's an ongoing.
Sure. There's no expectation in perfection. I mean, I've had weeks where I'm like, where did the week go? Kind of thing. Kind of like now with the video challenge. Typically, I'm done with my 3 videos by now, and I haven't done one yet. So it's actually in my calendar tomorrow, because if it's not in my calendar, I also sometimes just forget.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait, I forgot, kind of thing. Yeah. I have to put things in the calendar. Even if it's like, call the doctor. I mean, everything, like I'll block off a block with my personal stuff to do's, because oh shoot, I didn't call the doctor today, or whatever call it is.
Yeah. I
think that's age for me.
Well, I think, like we were talking about in the very beginning, with it being a crazy week, a short week, it's even more important, because I don't know about you guys, but other than fires, I won't be doing anything on Friday. In terms of any kind of proactive business, not because I'm taking the day off, but everybody is already checked out. So,
right.
But I'll be doing, working in my business on Friday.
Sure. That's a great way to plan it. Also, there are other things you can do working on your business. Maybe it's writing a bunch of notes or something, right? Where you don't need to actually talk to somebody. However, I love that you plan the in the business stuff, on Friday. I mean, that's a great use of your time.
Yeah.
One of the things that I do for our team is we just, the Monday check-in is literally just a Teams message of how often do we set, even like we set monthly goals on our call, right? We have a monthly call for the whole team, and we're talking about like, what are the big rocks this month? And they'll hang up the call, and Karen, you said it, you forget because it's not on your calendar. Maybe you said it, Tanya. When it's not on your calendar, you forget about it. Yep. So they'll be squirreled by the time we get off of our call. So on Monday, I'm like, all right, here's what you guys said. What are you doing this week to move that needle?
Right. So yeah, we talk about this all the time. You set a goal, like I want to do 5 applications this week. Right. Well, then what are the action steps to get those 5 applications? Setting the goal is great. However, I want to see the action steps to do that. Yeah. So 2 questions that were asked of me today. So typically I get my content when, I find this questions tend to repeat itself. In the last few days, I've had a couple of the same questions. One is, how do I pick who gets my time? Like if I'm going to contact 15 people this week, what 15 people do I contact? So who gets my time this week? Which is a great question. Who gets my time? Is it an A+ clients? Is it the A clients? Is it the B clients? Is it the open house leads? Is it your anniversary calls, right? There's no right or wrong answer in any of the things I picked, other than we do need to pick. Again, that helps it get done.
Yeah, it does. When I take the time to plan out who I'm going to contact for the week, whether it be a face-to-face meeting or writing a note card and everything in between, it's so helpful if I start a list. That's how I make sure that I'm hitting the right people. Otherwise, it's easy to just call all the people that are easy to talk to.
Right? Correct. Yes, and it's the same really people, typically.
Yes, right? Right here.
And it counts. Now Tanya won't say anything because I hit my contact number.
That's right. Low-hanging fruit doesn't count. That's what I always say. You've got to make 10 calls. I had this conversation with one of my girls today. It's like, you got to make 10 calls a week. That's your goal, because she said that's what she needs to move the needle. She needed that. I'm like, all right, and your low-hanging fruit don't count. Like, that's you can't call your favorite agent that you talk to all the time. I mean, you need to talk to her, but that doesn't count as your 10.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, and that's when I feel like I just got kicked under the desk. If they could kick me under the desk, they would. Yeah. When I say that. Yeah.
That's right. I am rereading the procrastination book. I was listening to it on my jog this morning, and I didn't catch this the first time, and I have to reread like 4 or 5 times because I'm so squirrely. But he said something, and I was like, this is so accurate. It is, if somebody asked me to do something tomorrow and it wasn't a super big priority and not urgent, I would probably say no because my day's already full. I've already planned that day. So, but if somebody asked me to do something in 3 months, I'd be more likely to say yes. But then in 3 months, the night before, you're going to be like, that's really not a priority. You're going to be dread doing it. So you can even think about that like in way in advance when people start asking for your time. Like, is it really something that am I going to dread saying yes to this when it's the day before because it's not important? I mean, there's things that we dread that we do that are important that we still do.
Sure.
But
like
if it's
flossing our
not
teeth.
important, not urgent, just because it's 3 months from now and you still shouldn't say yes.
Nope. I learned a long time ago, I had a particular thing that I said, which doesn't really fit now because the kids aren't younger anymore. But at that time, I would always say, that sounds like a lot of fun, or that sounds like a great, event to attend. However, I need to check the family calendar. And that just gave me enough time to step back and think about it. It really had nothing or very little to do with the family calendar. It was just that yes rolls off my tongue so easily, especially when it's out there a ways, time-wise, because I agree, I already know tomorrow's packed, right? And that was super, super helpful.
Yeah. I love that. I remember I went through a phase where yes rolled off my tongue when my children would ask for money. It's like, sure, no problem. Sure, no problem. Right. And I actually, one of the biggest things I coached on one year, this was many years ago, one of the biggest things I coached on with my coach was, let me go check. I'll let you know. Because I had to stop, like you said, I needed to take a step back, look at my budget and go, oh, I don't have 5,000 to give them unless I go into my savings account, kind of thing, versus sure, no problem. I want to help.
Right.
Yeah. So the same thing with clients when they say, hey, can you show me a home today at 10 and it's 9? Let me get right back to you. Give me 5 minutes, because it might not really need to be a yes, or it need not be a yes. Yeah. So it's interesting how we're all a little different and we all struggle, right? It's not like, Karen, you're so weird. You say yes. That's just so odd. You weirdo.
That's why people ask me the question. It's easy to ask me because I'll be like, sure.
Yeah, but I bet you when you were 5 in kindergarten, the teacher knew it, right? Karen, do you want to clean the chalkboard? Sure.
I did crossing guard. I was the milk girl, you name it.
Yeah, they got your number at a very early age.
Yeah.
So I love the procrastination book, and it's interesting when I think about, because I do have a weaker start button. It's not, I execute and finalize, I finish, I'll cross the finish line, like with your challenge you did, your 75 medium-ish challenge, cross the finish line, because I had a start date. But I noticed today, I was thinking about that, it's funny because the book's right here. 2 clients, one you know very dearly, Karen, had asked me to do something for them. And I said, great, I'm going to have breakfast because I start coaching at 7 and it was about 9:30, 9:45. I'm sure I'm going to go have breakfast and I'll get out and I'll do it for you. I could not leave my desk and go have breakfast. Another client, because we're doing the note challenge, asked me a question about the note challenge and asked me to give him some examples on what a B2B note would look like. And I said, okay, let me go have breakfast and I'll get back and answer him. I couldn't leave my desk. I helped both clients. And then I went, it was like 10:30. And then I went and had a quick breakfast because then I had an 11 o'clock call. So it's interesting how that procrastination button, I need to study it more because I didn't procrastinate on either of them. Their need was more important than my breakfast. Yeah. So, yeah.
Which they probably both would have been fine if you had.
They would have. Absolutely. And I said, look, I'm coaching today till 2. I'll probably get it done after I coach today.
Yeah.
Still could, because I don't want to disappoint them.
Right. They may have even found their own answers, right?
No. No. Sometimes yes, Karen, absolutely. If I had given it a couple hours, it was, I don't need it anymore. I found it. And in both these instances, no, because no, and I'm not going to share examples. However, no. So happy to do it, right? And happy to get the big hearts and thank yous. So I'm like, okay, now I can go have my pancake. So,
well, I have a one-liner for you. Today I was driving and I asked Siri a question, and Siri said, ChatGPT can help you with that. And so I'm thinking if even Siri says that, maybe Tanya could say that too. ChatGPT can help you with that. I was so blown away. I'm like, no, I'm driving.
That's right.
You're supposed to help me.
Yeah. However, a story that go the opposite of that is I was talking to somebody who worked for a person and they had a question and said they went to their boss and asked the question, and the boss's response was, I don't have time for that. Go ask chat.
Oof.
And granted, the heart may have been in the right place, like go find your own answers. You don't need that. But what they did was reduce their role and their importance to nil. So
Yes.
there's a fine line. Like you don't want to not help somebody, especially if you're in a role where you should be helping somebody. Like if a teammate came to me and asked me for something, I might say, did you search the guidelines first before you came to me?
Correct. Like, did you go
search
find
the
it?
guidelines.
Try to find it first yourself, and if you can't,
Right.
then come see
Right.
me. Yeah.
Right. But I don't know that I'm going to say, go ask AI. AI could probably get that for you. Even if I go to AI, I want to be thought of as something that's helpful and not replaceable with a robot. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but as much AI that's out there, it's getting worse. My son calls it AI trash. It's like, Mom, get that AI trash off of your stuff. And now that I'm seeing it more,
Yeah.
I pick up on the AI trash. And, I love AI, but the response is like, if you said, AI, help me write some letters, what are some examples of B2B letters? It would be recognizable as AI.
I coach everybody on, go to AI and get a template.
Yeah.
And then you got to put it in your own words and make it sound like you, because
you just can't take it.
You just can't take it for face value. It is not good.
It is. Well, not only is it not good and easily detectable when it's not you, it's also not always reliable when you're actually looking for facts, right?
So bad.
My favorite use for it is to take something that I've written and have it smooth it out. And I still take it back and take things out and change it because sometimes, well, not even sometimes, quite often it gets a little misdirected, or it'll throw things in there that didn't ask it. It wasn't part of it.
Yeah.
So
no, I just did it today. We're not allowed to park on the sides of our driveway where I live on the side. I have a 1-car garage driveway. Some homes that have bigger homes have 2-car garage driveways, and there's bark on each side, and we're not allowed to park on the bark. Which I really don't know why. It's my bark. I'm the one that replaces it when it looks yucky. However, we're not allowed to park on the bark. And I did one day because I had a repairman come fix my garage door opener, and I let his truck go on my 1-car driveway. So I parked on the bark for a couple of hours. And then I go back into my driveway. I have gotten 3 letters.
For one time?
HOA. For one time. No, I'm exaggerating. I got an email to like the entire community. Hey, friendly reminder, don't park on your bark. And then I got a direct email just to me. And then today I got a letter, which I know they probably have to follow up with the letter. But I'm like, this is ridiculous.
It was one time.
Right. I mean, and first of all, it's why? I'm not hurting anybody. Anyway, rules are rules, and you know me and rules, right? So so I write this paragraph, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And then I put it into Claude, and Claude's like, Tanya, you probably don't want to sound so emotional in this. How about I tone this down for you? How about I take out the F word?
See ya. That's funny.
So I checked my emotion, which is funny because I'm typically very pragmatic, and I was angry, right? So there was no hiding the fact that I was not happy. So it toned it down. I sent it, and they had an immediate response saying, "We're really sorry. We're not going to, we just, whatever. Sorry,
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's not going to happen again."
Right.
But I am now called the squeaky wheel in the neighborhood around our HOA. It was much easier when I was the introvert and didn't go outside and talk to people.
Right.
Now I'm the squeaky wheel. So anyway.
You've been exposed.
Yes, I have. All right, so I want to switch topics. Charlotte, I've been noticing your videos on your affirmations.
Yeah.
And when I see them, I stop and I listen to them. And then I really, truly like your spin on it. Like, you always try to make a positive, or you're so uplifting.
Sometimes it's
your
harder.
affirmations aren't, right? They're not positive affirmations. They're like the unaffirmation kind of thing. So read one. Give us an example.
All right. Well, I'll do the angry duck because that is one of the ones that's like typically not super nice. And it says, "You're not tired for no reason. Emotional heavy lifting drains your wings too." It's pretty accurate. And then and if I was going to read you one that was going to be a little bit more funny, because that's actually accurate. These, Karen and Tanya were with me when I got these.
Karen, so I thought, Karen, you bought those. It was Charlotte that bought those?
It was me that bought them.
I thought it was Karen, and I was like, I probably drove her insane for 24 hours with her trying to remember what I was talking about.
And I'm like,
I knew you were together. I said, you were with Charlotte. You were having coffee.
It was me, and these are hilarious. Some of them are a little R-rated, but not R. They have cuss words in them. But this one just says, "You are enough. We don't need more of you."
Well, you guys probably think that of me.
That is advice that I could take on the daily. So.
I love it.
So I'm sorry, Karen. I could have sworn you had bought them for like Mike or something.
Well, it was funny because I was like, it sounds really familiar. And I wasn't putting it all together. And then I kind of forgot. I quit trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Good.
We did have some great finds on that trip in that particular shop.
That shop's my favorite. I love it. Such a weird. The pop culture shop in Seattle is fantastic.
Oh, I wish I lived closer. It's like, I don't know, 6-hour drive for me to get to Seattle. It's not bad, but I wouldn't go there and back again.
Yeah.
No, but I love Seattle.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. So now we're having a retreat and we're going to Colorado Springs, and that's going to be really fun too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually just looking at flights yesterday. I need to get that booked.
Well, the flights might come down in another month or two.
With gas prices coming down, maybe.
Yeah.
I know that my daughter wants to fly from Phoenix to here around Halloween, so I went and looked at the prices of tickets, and maybe I can help her a little bit. Typically it's $250, $275. If you're really lucky, it's $225 to go from Oregon to Phoenix, because it's a direct flight. It's easy. It's 2 hours. The cheapest economy flight was $575.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's about $450 to $500 for almost anything now.
Yeah.
It is.
So I'm like, we have time.
We do. I mean, I can speak for Charlotte on this too. We travel enough that what I usually do is I'll just buy the ticket when I'm looking, and then I'll continue to go back in and look and make adjustments if necessary. Because flight credits never go stale in my account.
Yeah. Good plan. I like that idea. We might have them do that. Absolutely. All right. So what's good? No, I don't want to ask that question. I'm going to do it in honor of your first affirmation, Charlotte. What brings you joy?
Oh, what brings me joy?
What will bring you joy this weekend?
Believe it or not, what's bringing me joy is putting together this exercise challenge. This is so stupid. I'm sorry. This is so dumb. But I learned how to make an app.
Do you know you now owe me a coffee with your self-limiting beliefs?
I know. Okay. But this is so goofy. My kids are always like, "You think work is fun?" I'm like, well, yeah, I do. I do. Over the weekend, I was like, I know between Claude and AI doing the coding, I can figure out how to make an app, because there wasn't an app that was exactly what I wanted. So over the weekend, I created an app. Like, I went in and I figured out what things I need. How do I host it? Where can the data be stored? How do I connect the data? How do I serve it? Like, all the things. And then went through, and I had already gone through and done the HTML and a lot of the coding with Claude when I was driving in my car, because it's great to have just that something while I'm doing my 2-hour drive. So I created an app for our 60-day challenge. So I'm kind of excited to get that started, and it brings me joy when it works, and then it frustrates me when it doesn't, but then it brings me joy when I fix there's this weird part of me.
Okay, so you're not stupid or you're not weird. You're just nerdy.
I'm nerdy. That's the right word. I'm a total nerd.
It's a great app.
And Karen, I don't even know why I'm asking you this question because I know the answers. What brings you joy, or what will bring you joy over the weekend?
Is that because I'm dressed in pickleball clothes because I'm heading out of here in a minute?
Kind of a giveaway.
I had a guess.
Well,
Speaking of Seattle, before you answer the question, I was cleaning out my garage, just one section of the garage, and I found something that I bought in Seattle for you, Karen, because I couldn't pass it up. So now I'm just going to wait till Christmas. But I was like,
Okay.
oh my God, I forgot I bought this. So,
I love it.
And Charlotte, I got to get you a journal because I told Charlotte the other day, I said, for about 3 years in a row, Charlotte was sending me journals and now they're all used up. So, yeah.
Go back to that. It's time to do that again.
Yeah,
That's
it
good.
is.
That's good.
All right, back to the joy piece, Karen. What brings you joy aside from pickleball?
Oh, okay. Spending time with the grandbabies is just so much fun. Oh my gosh. There was a parade last weekend and it was raining and that did not bother them one bit. And so therefore I just embraced that as well. And I'm like, here we go. It's going to be a wet parade day. And they had a blast.
Yeah.
It was just so fun being around them and watching the joy of kids, right? They don't think about all the things that I was thinking about until I decided to let go, which is, which shoes should I wear? Should I take a jacket? Do I need an umbrella? Blah, 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 blah. They just went for it. So did I.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to have in my life.
Yeah. Yes. I was watching. I don't know if you saw the video in the private Facebook group. I can't put it out into the public. My daughter is very picky about what goes out there with her kids. So I just posted it in the private group. You can see my granddaughter. It was day one. I mean, I was witness to her taking the training wheels off and riding without the training wheels. And the grin was literally from here to here. And I'm like, why don't we do that? And I actually stopped today. So when I sent out the pieces of stuff that my clients wanted me to help them with this morning, that I stopped and said, okay, I'll do this before breakfast. I just want to get it done. And I know how much they want it. It was like, that brings me joy. Right. I mean, believe it or not, with this pragmatic female, just helping and then having them really like because if you don't like it, trash it. Right. It's like, no, we love it. Thank you. That brings me joy more than eating a pancake. But watching my granddaughter smile, it's like, we need to stop and do that more often.
Yeah.
Like, yay, we won a listing.
Yes.
Right. Instead of going right to how much money am I going to make and when am I going to order the photography, stop and smile.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That's the lecture. It's like we've got to have more moments when we're literally smiling from ear to ear, whatever that is. Grandkids, helping a client, winning a hard listing, getting a loan clear to close, and it was a pain in the we gotta smile and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's right.
We work hard. Real estate is not an easy profession.
No,
it is not. And coaching realtors is not easy.
We're not stubborn at all, are we? We're not. Yeah,
we don't lack focus.
No, and I don't want. We're almost to time. However, again, another thing I've noticed the last couple weeks, and again, I'm so grateful that so many of my clients are getting really close to hitting their goals or feeling very confident they're going to hit their goals because they're at 70% of whatever it is. Someone's ringing my doorbell. It's okay. I'm gonna have to ignore it. And what I'm finding, and I know you've all been through this, and you'll go through this with your agents, is they back off on the lead gen.
Because they hit those numbers. Yeah.
It's like I can take a week off, and then suddenly it becomes 2 weeks, and then getting that muscle to grow back again is not easy. And I'm trying to save them from learning this lesson. Yeah. If they're anything like me, I learned my lessons the hard way. Yeah.
I'm super proud of the team. We had 2 people with their best months ever again last month. 1 person with a back-to-back best month ever, which is like, that's where it's at when you have a best month follow with another best month. Yeah. And I've got 1 girl who hit sales trip July 1st. So she made her annual. Yeah. So that's amazing. 37% growth year over year on the team. So
this is absolutely amazing, Charlotte. How do you keep them motivated not to back off?
I was going to say, and now I'm like, exactly what you just said, Tanya. It's like finding that balance of letting them continue to find the joy and be able to enjoy that, but also knowing that the worst thing that it's not because I want them to hit this great number so I can so I can be successful. It's that I know that they're super excited about these goals and their trajectory for the year. And the last thing I want is for them to fumble and then miss it after having such an incredible first half of the year.
Exactly.
So it is that balance of letting them enjoy and be in the moment, but focusing on continual growth. And to answer your question, I try to just continually push them to focus and do the things that they like that brings them business. So instead of having downtime, your downtime is you don't have to do the stuff that sucks, but you still have to do the stuff. Like do the stuff that doesn't suck.
Right.
Just do a lot of that.
Right. And that might be the reward. It's like, okay, for a whole month, just do the fun
Yeah,
stuff,
then you're just gonna you're gonna get to go do lunches and coffees with your favorite people and call the people on this side that are easy to call. Just find the things that you don't suck as bad, but then slowly ease them back in. So that's what I'm doing for this one-on-one is what one thing are you going to do that's uncomfortable? Just one right now. Normally I tell them to pick like 2 or 3s throughout for a month. What 2 or 3 things are you going to do this month to get uncomfortable? This month it's just one. Enjoy that. And then August and September, I think July is typically vacation-y and you kind of get that brain. And August and September is the dial in because October for us, a lot of times is a really big month. So, and lending, I guess that probably follows real estate as well. But I want to make sure our gas pedal is, we've been doing all the right things so they can have that amazing October.
And it really is an October for Happy New Year for you and lending. It's, another month or a month and a half before we say Happy New Year. But with real estate, we say Happy New Year October 1st. I do.
Yeah.
By November, I am hounding clients for what they're going to do for 2027. Because, my clients that hit their transactional goal by March is because they had a strong October, November, December. If they back off those 3 months, then they're scrambling. Yeah. And again, some of them have to learn their lesson the hard way, as I did, right? It's just, I don't judge.
It's just part of it.
Yeah.
Well, up until the time that I started coaching with you, Tanya, I was never in a situation with a coach or a mentor that had us doing that. It was always crammed into December with everything else, which was trying to, finish things up, close the year out, family time, all that kind of stuff that we were goal writing. And so they never really had much validity until January because it was just sort of at a muddy time to be doing that sort of thing. And as you well know, January turns into April in no time.
I know. Yes.
In no time, right? So that whole cycle of Happy New Year on October 1st has been a game changer.
Yeah. And I do the same thing. Yeah.
Including the ability to actually enjoy the holiday time, right? There's always business to do at the same time. However, not having to do the proactive business necessarily and, working from a place of gratitude during that time fits in well with the holidays.
Sure. Yeah. And if I have a client that's really slow in October or November, I'm like, and they're going to do 200 holiday cards in December. And if they don't have an assistant, we'll start them now.
Yeah, go ahead and do them.
You don't have to mail them, but start them. But again, being proactive, because then, the holidays, no matter, what religion you are or what you celebrate, regardless, it's busy. It's just with kids coming home, kids in plays and wanting to, going to see the lighting ceremonies. It's just busy.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So the proactivity and the consistency is key. All right. So I'm going to give you a heads up because we're way over. For next time, Karen, you're not going to be there next time. Charlotte, it's just you and I. So in 2 weeks, it'll be you and I. And if you want to bring somebody on, or I can ask if somebody wants to come on, maybe Phil will come back on. So I'm going to wait till the following because I want both of you answering this. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of agents getting recruited. And I know, Charlotte, you too. So lenders will get recruited to a different mortgage company. Realtors get recruited to another brokerage. And I've got quite a few in my docket right now. And so the question to think about is, what are the top reasons why they leave? Mm-hmm. I've already gotten their answers, but I want to hear your answers.
Mm-hmm. That'll be
And
a
it
good
is, and it is distracting, right? It is going to slow them down. So it has to, I want it to be, they have to convince me for me to sign off on it. So, because it is going to slow them down.
Sure is.
Yeah.
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 And sometimes
All right, ladies.
that's okay. Yeah.
All right. So great thoughts. Not next time, but the time after that. And Charlotte, I'll give you first choice if you want to invite somebody on, but let me know soon. Otherwise, I'll invite somebody. And Karen, you're on vacation or something, right? So if that's what it is, go have a good time.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, I'm not on vacation. I'm at a training, and I think I'll be on Central Time Zone, so it might work out that I could pop in for a bit.
Okay, so then you let me know, and then I'll update Charlotte.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Good night.